So a couple years ago, I watched the trailer for Speak No Evil. This was a 2022 Danish/Dutch film involving a couple that meets another couple in Italy. They are invited to join them on holiday in their home country of the Netherlands, and then chaos ensues. Everything is really awkward. One couple is pushed to the edge by the other, and I didn't really know how it was going to end, but I heard the ending was bonkers. And then I just never watched it. So then I found out they were doing a remake, and I was like, great, I will take the opportunity to review both of these movies on back-to-back weeks. So, ask and you shall receive. Last week I reviewed the 2022 film. This week I'm reviewing the 2024 American remake. Let us discuss Speak No Evil. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Before we get started, red subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram at RealHometown0 and on X, Hometown0YT. Let's discuss this film. So, the American reboot. This is something that happens, right? You have a successful international film, in this case a horror movie, the American remake. It is upon us. So I liked Speak No Evil 2022. I'm just going to call it the original. I liked the original. It was really dark. The ending was indeed bonkers, and the ending was like pitch black. It's not a happy movie. It does not have a happy ending. It is that type of film. So the question is for Blumhouse, when they decided to produce the reboot, the remake, is what do we change? In this instance, not a lot until they change everything. So it's still kind of the same story, except instead of a Danish couple visiting a Dutch couple, you have an American couple in Italy. They live in London, but they're visiting Italy. They come across a British couple. British couple invites them to come visit them in the British countryside, and the same overall story starts to ensue. These people are essentially the same people from the original, and there's some things that this movie actually cleans up from the original film in terms of believability. The characters, to a certain extent, behave in some much more reasonable ways. Some of the dialogue is a little bit cleaner. It makes more sense. And then the movie just veers off completely and changes the entire ending. The third act of this movie is significantly longer, completely different, and changes the entire point of the film. This is a completely different movie as a result of the ending. The message of that movie, the social message about what's acceptable behavior, what society asks of us, how we respond, and what is doing the right thing, that message is very much the entire purpose of the first film, the original. This movie ditches all of that for what essentially becomes a survivor thriller with a completely different, much less dark ending. I don't want to spoil either film. I'm doing my best, okay? I'm trying not to spoil either of these friggin' movies for you. But know that Speak No Evil, the original, has a very pitch black ending where the message is the entire point of the film. And this is the American reboot, which has a certain shallowness to it and a much less dark ending. And that's the result. So without spoiling too much, if you asked me which movie I prefer, I would honestly probably say neither, because they're so different movies. Now, I do respect that they didn't just do a shot-for-shot remake of the original, and they did choose to do something different with the ending. So respect where respect is due. I appreciated that about the film. Again, very different ending, not nearly as bleak, but also as a result ditches the entire purpose of the original film. So know that going into it. I enjoyed both movies for very different reasons, and I can't get by without saying this. This film is very much driven by its main character performance from James McAvoy. Now, in the original, the good couple, the protagonists are the protagonists. and they're the main characters, and everybody in that movie gives like equally good performances. This movie is completely dominated by James McAvoy's performance as Patty. He really chews the scenery. He is like a complete, just disgusting, hideous force of nature as the bad guy, and I am here for it. I think he does a fantastic job. He drives much of the movie and makes this very watchable. I like there's some more character development between our protagonists in this, which I appreciate as well, so good changes there. The ending is very different, and James McAvoy is just a complete maniac in this movie, and I'm here for it. So thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it, found it helpful. I hope you would also, again, consider subscribing and also like and share the video. That promotes it within the algorithm up in the numbers. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments. Am I wrong about Speak No Evil, the remake? And I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m.